Hi guys, welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be filming a video called Things I Didn't Think About Until I Was in a Wheelchair. Now I'll start off with, I'm not in a wheelchair full time. I only use my wheelchair part of the time. I have something called Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, which causes severe joint hypermobility, and I dislocate many joints on a daily basis and tend to have a lot of joint pain, and so walking can be very difficult. I'm unstable and it causes pain. So I use a wheelchair maybe half the time or more when I'm out of the house. So I'm not in a wheelchair full time, but these are the things that I didn't think about until I was in a wheelchair. Number one, having your friends pick you up to go somewhere. I figured having my wheelchair would make my life so much easier. When it comes to going places, it can actually make it a bit more complicated. So whenever I'm gonna have a friend pick me up, I have to think about, okay, is their car gonna be big enough for my wheelchair to fit? Is there gonna be enough room? Like, how many people are going to be going? Is the car going to be full? Am I going to even be able to take my wheelchair? I didn't think about, my mind was kind of just thinking about using my wheelchair wherever I go, but I didn't think about how I would get it there. And having friends pick me up or like going places with friends, I didn't think about how complicated it could actually be to bring my wheelchair. Cold hands. So I live in Minnesota, so it is very cold here in the wintertime. And I didn't think about this, but when we unload my wheelchair from the car and get it all set up and then go inside, just in the few minutes that it takes to do that, the metal rims on the wheels get so cold, so cold. And so then I have to like hold on to these freezing cold metal wheels for the first like few minutes until they warm up, and it is miserable. So these next few things all have to do with going shopping. Once again, I kind of just figured once I had my wheelchair, my life would be so much easier. It can actually be a bit more complicated. So going shopping, typically like grocery shopping, my mom and I will go and we'll kind of like separate. I'll get the things that I need to grab and she'll get her stuff. But I never realized how tall the aisles are and how high some of the shelves are. And when you're in a wheelchair, you can't grab them. Yeah, there's been lots of times where either like if it's like a box or something, like say a box of cereal, I'll try to like knock it down with something else. But one time I need to grab vanilla extract off the top shelf, which is like a tiny little bottle, and it was in one of those like racks where it's like spring loaded, so when you take one out the next one just comes up, so it's like secure in there. And I was like, yeah, not happening. So typically when I go shopping, I can't push a cart, which is another thing I didn't think about. Like, where are you gonna put your stuff if you're going shopping by yourself? So typically I end up putting it on my lap, or if I'm gonna get quite a few things, I'll get like a basket and put it on my lap. But I didn't think about shopping. Like, you can't really push a cart and push a wheelchair. So if you're going shopping by yourself, figuring out a place to put things is kind of interesting. So I end up just typically putting it on my lap, but that can cause a whole bunch of issues on its own that I didn't think about. I didn't think about how much I might actually need people's help. So I kind of figured that my chair would give me a lot of independence. And like, you know, I figured if anything I might need the door held open in a place where it doesn't have like the buttons or something. No, there's a lot of times where I need people's help, which is totally fine. Like, I have no problem doing that. Specifically, like if I'm shopping and I'm putting everything on my lap, if something falls off, I can't really just bend over and grab it, especially if it's like something little. One, because I have this stuff on my lap, so it's like blocking me. But two, I might not be able to reach it. And so I'll need to ask for somebody's help, or if once again, there's something high up, I'll need to ask somebody for help. And I kind of didn't think about that. and I'm actually a really, really shy person, and so talking to strangers like stresses me out. And so I didn't think about the fact that I would have to ask people for help, which seems so easy, and it's totally fine. Like, everyone's super nice about it, but I never thought about that. How many places aren't handicap accessible or wheelchair accessible? Nowadays, I kind of figured like, oh, with so many people using wheelchairs, like everything should be pretty much fine. It's not. I did not realize how many places are totally not wheelchair friendly. So many aisles at like clothing stores are so tightly packed together that either I can't fit through, or if I can, I feel like I'm in one of those car washes where like the brushes are brushing against the side of your car because all of the clothes are like swarming me and I can hardly get through. Or they don't have the buttons on the doors, which is like, okay, that's fine. I get it, not everywhere has those things, but I've even come across places where they have the buttons and they don't work. And it's not like a fluke. Like, my old school, the buttons never worked. But that's only like a few of the things. And the last thing that I didn't think about until I got my wheelchair. So I didn't think about what would happen when you put heavy backpacks on the back of a wheelchair and then stand up. So like, this specifically happens to me, and for some reason I forget it every time I go to the bathroom. But every time I go to the bathroom during class and I go into the stall, stand up to go to the bathroom, and my wheelchair goes and acts like it's gonna fall over, and I freak out and I'm like, oh no, because it has my feeding tube backpack on the back of it as well, so like I don't want it to get yanked, so every time I'm like and it ends up being fine because I have tip guards on the back of it. But it always surprises me. I didn't think about the fact that if you put something heavy on the back of it and then you stand up, that your wheelchair is gonna tip over or try to tip over. So yeah, I know I'm forgetting stuff. I had a list and then I filmed this video and then my camera malfunctioned, and so I had to refilm it again, but I deleted the list of the things that I had. So I know I'm forgetting something, but anyways, those are the things that I didn't think about until I had my wheelchair. So if you are in a wheelchair or use a wheelchair and you've experienced any of these things, comment down below and let me know that. Or if there's things that I didn't mention that you didn't think about until you got a wheelchair, comment those too, because I'd love to hear them. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram for more updates. It's Life with Stripes, the same as my YouTube. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!